Hello, and welcome to today's Q&A session. I'm Rachel, marketing specialist on the AdSense team.
And I'm Cemal, Google Analytics specialist on AdSense team.
Over the past 5 weeks, we've been posting analytics insights. We've looked at how you can use Google Analytics to grow your business, optimize your mobile presence, increase user loyalty, and improve your overall user experience. We've also collated all of your questions to create this video, which is going to address most of the frequently asked questions of our readers. So the first question that a lot of our users were asking about is why integrate your AdSense account with your analytics account?
There are good reasons to integrate your accounts. For example, you can get a wealth of new information when you link your AdSense account and your analytics account. You can get information about how to improve your ad performance and how to improve your user experience on your site. And for example, you can optimize your content based on traffic sources, geographics, and pages, and you can also improve your user experience by seeing which pages your users are spending most of their time on and which pages drive them away. So and you can also understand where your user attention is focused on to improve your site layout or ad implementations. You can understand how earnings are affected by aspects of user behavior like low visit frequency or page depth. So once linked, AdSense performance appears in a separate AdSense section in your Google Analytics account on the left navigation under content. And with the reportings available in this section, you can break down your performance, AdSense performance in some new ways, showing earnings and impressions or CPM values or CTR values based on user visits. And you can also see the top sites, for example, referring users to your web page and that you monetize. And of course you can also see earnings per page without creating some URL channels in AdSense account. And lastly, you can also create lots of custom reports in Google Analytics which include AdSense metrics. Since your accounts are linked, you can include them in custom reports. So I think that you can lots of new valuable information once you link accounts.
Okay, so certainly as a publisher, you're going to have a lot of additional access to information if you link it. I suppose the next step then is if you can show us how you would do that.
Sure, let me show it. So first of all, when you are in your AdSense account, you should click the gear icon on the upper right corner of any tab. And from the drop-down list, you should select Settings. Then, in the sidebar, select Access and Authorization. And then click Google Analytics Integration in the very bottom. On the Google Analytics Integration page, just click Link next to the Analytics account that you want to link to your AdSense account. When you do that, a new window opens and you are taken to your Analytics account. In Analytics, click Link Accounts, and in the dialog that appears, specify your primary analytics property and analytics views, and then click Continue. That's so simple.
Okay, great. And what if a user was to accidentally link the wrong account during that process?
It's also simple. You just need to go to your Analytics account admin page and you just unlink your AdSense account and follow the linking process again.
Okay.
So simple.
Okay, great. And some readers were asking, they have multiple AdSense accounts. Other readers had multiple analytics accounts. Is it possible to integrate them?
It's only possible to integrate accounts on a one-to-one basis. In other words, you can only link one AdSense account to your only analytics account. So multiple linkings are not supported.
Okay. And so then if users want to access their analytics account, they've linked their AdSense account, will other people with that access to that analytics account have access to their AdSense account?
No. Privacy is protected there, and the users who have access to some of the analytics profiles where they can see AdSense data cannot log into AdSense account of the user. So AdSense account and analytics account, they are separated. They are not related in terms of user logins. So
Okay.
users cannot log into AdSense account, although they can see some data in GA.
Okay. So you mentioned at the beginning so much of the additional data that a publisher could view by linking their AdSense account. Maybe now we could look a little bit more into the reporting. So how can I enable new view or properties for AdSense reporting?
So first of all, just sign in to your analytics account, which is linked to your AdSense account. And when you click the admin tab on the top right of the analytics, you will see the accounts, and just find the name of the account that you want to work on, and just click the AdSense linking tab on the left. So then you can find the properties or views that you can enable for AdSense reporting. So this means that when you enable new views or properties for AdSense reporting, AdSense data will appear in these additional properties and views, and you can give separate access, different access to different users based on different views and properties. That's so easy.
Okay. And how do I set up the code to track my AdSense sites in Analytics?
So the order of code snippets are important, especially if you are tracking multiple domains. If you are monetizing multiple domains in AdSense, and if you want to track them in GA as well. So if you have multiple domains that you monetize, one of these domains is your primary domain. In this case, no code changes needed. But say that you have 3 different domains and you want to get reporting of these 3 domains in Google Analytics. In this case, you should add AdSense Analytics code snippet.
Okay.
That you will get from the GA settings page, and you should use this code on your web page for the domains which are not primary.
Okay, so that has taken us through why and how we should link our AdSense and our analytics accounts. Now, I think what we want to do is check out what additional data sources we have within our accounts.
You can get lots of additional insights once you link your AdSense account with analytics, and you can, for example, get your earnings like based on user visits rather than just impressions, and you can break down your AdSense performance by some user dimensions, user-related dimensions, such as like user location, browser type, or referring source, etc. So when you link your AdSense account to analytics, you will see you can reach the AdSense reports under the content section on the left navigation bar in analytics, and when you check that reporting area, you will see 3 reports: AdSense pages, AdSense referrers, and AdSense exits. Let me quickly talk about these 3 reports. For example, AdSense pages report is one of the most important reports that you need to check, because it shows you like which pages contributed most to your AdSense revenue, and you can see the breakdown of metrics like CPM, click-through rate, CPC, etc. For example, if you would see that like posts about sports like generate more revenue than posts about celebrities, you can think about like focusing on sports related articles and add content to add value to your business. Another report is like AdSense referrals report. And AdSense referrals report is also quite important, because with this report you can see the performance of domains that refer traffic to your site and who generated AdSense revenue. But I suggest you to check also another report called All Traffic to have a more in-depth information about your traffic sources. And last report, which is also my favorite report about AdSense reports in analytics, is AdSense exit report. AdSense exits mean the number of sessions that ended due to a user clicking an AdSense ad. Because when they click an AdSense ad, they will close their session and leave your site. So with AdSense exit report, you can see the pages which have a higher conversion rate. So conversion rate, the term conversion rate is important because a high AdSense exit rate means a high conversion rate for the publishers, because AdSense exits mean monetization for you. And so you can analyze your pages or traffic sources based on this metric. So a higher AdSense exit means a higher conversion for your business, and maybe you want to focus on this content or on these referrals that generate higher conversion rate for your business, and define your strategies accordingly.
So certainly there's a lot of additional data there available to publishers after they've linked their account. And I suppose the next question really is, how do you best optimize use of that information? So how do I use analytics to improve my AdSense performance?
That's a great question. This is like the mostly asked question from the publishers, but I want to like focus on something else. We shouldn't be like only focused on AdSense performance. We should focus on our business performance as a whole, because in the end, we will be better off if we will improve our business. In other words, since my biggest asset is my audience, I should invest in my audience to grow it. First to understand it and then to grow it. And GA is a great tool to understand your users and your audience and to make them loyal and engaged. So let me talk about some other reports that you can benefit to especially drive, grow your audience and make them more loyal and engaged. So first of all, again, referring source is very important, because when you know which sites direct traffic your site, you can know that if that site or if that resource is a valuable one to grow your business. So when you discover that a specific site or a specific traffic source is very valuable for your business, because you see that the loyalty related or engagement related metrics are very good for this traffic source, you can tailor your content for the audience coming from this resource to make your site more attractive for them, so that they will come more and more. And you can also improve the traffic sources by, I don't know, like traffic search engine optimization efforts or social campaigns or search engine marketing to drive more valuable traffic to your site. Another idea is like checking browser usage or device usage reports in Google Analytics. Browser usage reports will show you which browsers and what technologies are used by your audience, and do they have some issues in seeing your content, and if some technologies or browsers are more valuable for you to generate more revenue, maybe from AdSense. You can also, maybe the most important thing is, you can also see the performance of your business in different devices like mobile. And when you see that mobile audience or mobile visitors are different than your desktop visitors, you may want to customize the content for them and create different strategies to grow your business. And lastly, let me talk about one of my favorite reports in analytics, which is in-page analytics report that you can reach under behavior section in reporting. In-page analytics report shows you the interaction map or click-through map of your users that visited your site. It provides a click-through data, and it makes a visual assessment of your users, like how they interacted with your content. So the question here is, are my users seeing the content that I want them to see? I can get a response for this question checking this report, and you can of course optimize your ad locations with the help of this report by discovering more hot areas on your site and to make your ads to move your ads to more attractive areas to get attention.
Great. One of the questions that some of our readers were asking after they had gone through the process of linking their account is, why were their statistics differing between their AdSense and their analytics accounts?
Yes, good question. There are three main things that you need to check first. First of all, do I use AdSense for content ad units on my site? Because only you can link your AdSense for content ad units to analytics. So other properties in AdSense, like AdSense for games, video, or link units, cannot be linked to analytics, or in other words, you won't see any data from these ad units. Second thing to check is, like, please be sure that you have analytics codes on every web page that are monetized with AdSense. Maybe you forgot to put analytics code on some part of your content which is monetized with AdSense. And last thing is, like, to check if you are tracking AdSense in analytics on multiple domains, like in the previous example that I shared, like domain A, domain B, and domain C. You must include a third code snippet, which is AdSense analytics code. If you don't put this code snippet when you monetize different domains, you won't get any data from these non-primary domains, and which will of course make your statistics wrong. And in addition to these three main topics, there are also some other things that you need to know. For example, there are separate JavaScript codes. Analytics JavaScript code is technically different than AdSense code, and AdSense counts a page view when AdSense code is executed, and Analytics counts a page view when Analytics code is executed. And in some occasions, since they are on different parts of your site, one of the codes could be executed, whereas the other one is not won't be executed. Consider that a user visited your site and he left your site immediately after visiting your site. In this case, maybe your AdSense code snippet will trigger an AdSense impression, whereas AdSense Analytics JavaScript code won't be executed, and this will make your numbers wrong. And in addition to that, there are also things like iframes. AdSense use an iframe to serve ads. Browsers that don't support iframes won't report an AdSense impression. And there could be some security softwares blocking ads on your site, and there could be time zone related discrepancies. Please check them all. All information is in the help center.
Okay, great. So that's I guess there's a lot more content then around these areas available in the help center.
Exactly.
if readers want to learn more. And on this topic, some readers were saying that they were missing some AdSense data in their analytics. So what would you propose is the reasoning behind that?
The first question is, did you link your AdSense account to analytics? You first need to check this.
Okay.
Because you maybe think that you already linked the accounts, but maybe you made a mistake and forgot to follow a step and you didn't link the accounts. Please check first if your accounts are linked.
Or you could have maybe linked your personal account.
Maybe, because or you maybe enable different properties or views for reporting, and you are checking a different property.
Okay.
Second thing is, have you placed the analytics code on all of your pages which are monetized with AdSense? Of course, like if you forgot to put analytics code, then no data will appear in analytics. Then, like, you should wait up to 48 hours after you link the accounts so that you will see a proper data in analytics. Please check the time period when you linked your accounts. If it happened like in the last 48 hours, please wait more. And another thing is, are you comparing your analytics data with your AdSense for content ad units? Consider that in AdSense you monetize your content with AdSense for content, AFC, and maybe you also do AdSense for search. or you also monetize your gaming content with AdSense for games. Don't look to your numbers in your AdSense account. Just look to the number, monetization number coming from the AdSense for content ad units, and compare this number with analytics, because you can only link your AdSense for content ad units with analytics. That's important. And maybe another reason could be like ad servers. When you serve your ads through an ad server like DoubleClick for publishers, then this can invalidate your AdSense reporting in analytics. Be careful about that. These are the main reasons why you miss AdSense data in analytics, but for more reasons you can again check the Help Center to understand the area to focus on.
An area that we didn't cover in the blog series, but that was of big interest to a lot of our readers, is around sampling.
Okay.
So maybe we can start, if you can explain, Jamal, what is sample in Google Analytics and how does it work?
Yeah, sampling is widely used in statistical analysis, and it means that it's a practice of selecting a subset of your data from your traffic and report on the trends detected in that sample set. So in other words, you analyze a subset of your data to come up with an analysis of a complete data set. It's important because when you make sampling, you decrease your computational burden and you reduce your processing times in analytical tools. That's why sampling is widely used in statistics. And when sampling occurs in your analytics, you will see a warning saying that this report is based on X number of visits on the top right of your reports. When you see this yellow warning, you will understand that this report is based on the sample data. Sampling happens automatically after when more than 500,000 visits are collected in a report. So, but you have the option in Google Analytics to adjust your sample size. You can make it bigger or smaller. When you increase your sample size, the processing time increases, and when you make it smaller, it increases. So, but sampling is widely used in the statistical industry.
Okay, so that gives us a good understanding about what sampling is and how it works. Again, for readers and viewers watching, there is a lot of more additional information around sampling in the Help Center, so by all means go and check it out. The next area we're going to look at, Jamal, is on universal analytics. And to begin, we're just going to see what are the benefits of universal analytics.
Okay. So first of all, universal analytics introduces a set of new features that change the way data is collected in Google Analytics and organized in the account. So, for example, Universal Analytics introduces 3 new versions of tracking code, like Analytics.js JavaScript library is for websites, and we also introduced Google Analytics SDKs for mobile app tracking, and measurement protocol to track other digital devices like game consoles or information kiosks, etc. It's more developer friendly, and you can easily customize the tracking code with Universal Analytics. And some other advantages are cross-domain tracking is much simpler, and you can also do more configuration with your by reaching your admin page in Analytics. You can change your organic search resources, and you can play with referral exclusions, etc. So if you want to upgrade your classical account to Universal Analytics account, the process is very simple. You just need to turn all of your classic Google Analytics properties into Universal Analytics properties and implement the Universal Analytics code. In order to follow the process, we launched Universal Analytics Upgrade Center. And just visit Universal Analytics Upgrade Center and follow the steps that help you to migrate your account to Universal Analytics. It's so very easy.
Okay, great. So users can go to the Universal Analytics Upgrade Center and follow the steps there.
Exactly.
What are the demographics and interest reports in Google Analytics? We had quite a few readers from across the globe asking about this area.
These reports are quite new in Google Analytics, and I think they are one of the most important reports that publishers can get additional insights about the audience. So I strongly suggest you to spend some time on discovering these reports and using the insights from this report. So demographics and interest reports show you data on your users' demographics, for example, their age and gender, and their interest areas. It is under the audience section in the left navigation in analytics, and it will bring you deeper insights about into the makeup of your audience. So what types of users are visiting your site and which group of users bring the highest business outcomes that you want to achieve, and you can answer such things with Google with demographics and interest reports.
Great. And so again, I guess it comes back to the publisher having access to all of this information, but how do they best use it? So how can they benefit from these reports?
Okay, let me give you a specific example. For example, you want to identify the visitor group or audience group that converts best for your business. In AdSense example, let's focus on highest AdSense exit rate. You remember AdSense exit rate means your conversion rate for your business. So you want to, for example, deep dive the age report to see what the majority of your audience consists of, and if they have a higher or lower AdSense conversion rate. And after breaking down your report by ages, you can also break it down further with gender information. And you even can break it down with categories to find best AdSense converters. So for example, if you discover that a specific age group of females that are interested in music converts best, in other words, bring highest business outcomes or AdSense revenue, then you can customize your content and tailor your content for their interest, and you can let them, you can bring them back, and you can make them more loyal and engaged with your content because they are the most valuable audience for you. So these are some examples that you can work with this reporting, and there are three things to enable this reporting in GA, because by default it is not enabled. First thing is you need to modify your tracking code to support display advertising. Second thing is you should update your privacy policy to adhere to policy requirements for display advertisement. And you should enable demographics reports in the analytics interface as well. You just follow the steps. You just need to follow the steps which are shown in the analytics interface when you visit one of these reports.
Before we wrap up the session, Jamal, obviously you've taken us through a lot of the reporting capabilities that are available to us within analytics. We've seen a lot of the different reports that are there. This means a load of more really, really useful information for our publishers. Is there anything in addition that you could suggest to allow a publisher to really optimize this information?
Yes, there are options which allow you to fully control the data that you share with Google products and services. And when you, for example, share your GA data anonymously with Google and your account specialist, of course, Google teams can analyze your data and come up with customized suggestions and opportunities to grow your business. I strongly suggest you to at least check these data sharing settings to see your options. Google marketing and sales specialists can find ways to improve your implementations and business results. So to change your data sharing options in your account, you can first open your analytics account, and you can click admin at the top of any analytics page. When you click admin, you will see the account list, and you just select the account, the relevant account that you are interested in sharing your data, and click account settings. When you click account settings, you will see the data sharing settings, and which are with other Google products only, anonymously with Google and others, and account specialists. You just tick the relevant options for you and click apply button in the bottom to save this setting. And when you do that, then Google is able to provide you with additional insights and custom suggestions to grow your business.
So Jamal, that ended all of our questions. So thank you for joining us today. We hope that you found the series to be useful, and many thanks for all of your comments and your questions over the past 5 weeks. We'd recommend that you continue to reference the Help Centre for tips on optimizing using your analytics with your AdSense account. And we'd also recommend that you would sign up to receive notifications from the AdSense blog so that you're always up to date on new product features and upcoming events, so that you can join in the next series of Hangouts. So thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Bye-bye.